Alright, it's starting. Also, you might hear some mama stuff in the background, but that's okay. Where'd Peter and John go? Come back here.
I'm coming. Okay. What are we supposed to talk about?
I don't know. That's what the podcast is every day. Come up with something.
You'll see meetings at 7:30, gents.
Yep.
We could talk about
What?
the muffins, because you're eating one right now.
There's not really interest in there. They're just banana muffins that our dad made.
That are what?
That our dad made.
No.
Maybe mom made them. Somebody made them, and I'm eating them.
Somebody made them and I've eaten.
John needs to come over here.
Yeah, tell us about your pyramid scheme that you're planning on doing.
Pyramids.
It was a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme. Come up with something.
I don't know.
It is not a pyramid
Okay, so let
scheme.
John talk. There we go.
It is a loan association.
Okay. I gotta put my bed away. I'll be back.
So basically, the way it works is I have my certain amount of money, and I go out, and it's kind of like, like USAA where it's a membership kind of thing. It's kind of like that. So basically, I go out, and people come or find me, and they pay a certain amount of money that is undecided for now, and then they get a certain amount of space in my thing to take a loan out, or if they want to save me. So they can either take a loan out for a certain amount or save a certain amount. And then if they want more, they either pay me more money or get another person or people to join.
So it's a pyramid scheme where
It is not a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme, John.
It's going to work really well on college kids. because
what
they all
do
need
what do
loans.
the people get for giving you money?
They either can save money and gain interest,
So you're a
or
bank.
they either take out more of a loan or lower interest rates.
Wait, so you're not giving out loans?
Well, I am giving out loans.
Wait, so you're either okay, you understand people can't have money stored in the bank and also owe you money.
Okay, yeah, but if they want to save money, they don't need a loan. They can save money, but if they need money, they can also take a loan.
So
What?
if you are trying to save money, you can only put a certain amount of money in.
Yes.
And if you invite more people to join your stupid loan shark business, you can put more money in.
Yes.
What if you're trying to take out a loan? Will you let them take out as much money as they want?
No, that's also on a certain amount. So they have things saved up, they'll probably take that out. And if they need a loan, then it's the same amount of how much they can save is the same amount of how much they can loan out.
In what world would it be easier for people to get their friends to also put money in your bank than just go to a different company and get a better loan?
Or just go to a bank.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with all the college kids that are pretty stupid? So they would just go.
They know how to use a bank.
Not all of them.
Well,
If
yeah.
they don't know how to use a bank, they're not going to be able to use your bank. Because your thing is just a bank.
It's a bank.
With a weird reward structure.
Yeah.
So it's not a pyramid scheme.
It may be illegal, actually. That reward structure may be illegal. And that reward structure is a pyramid scheme, except for you're not giving them anything. It's like a pyramid scheme where the only person who gets anything is the one at the top.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's not
how a pyramid scheme works.
That's why people don't think it's a pyramid scheme. Because it's too stupid to be a pyramid scheme.
I think it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's,
But I
it's
still get
just
all the
stupid.
money.
You don't get any money. Nobody's going to put any money in your bank.
They will.
Why would they?
They would.
Why?
They would. It's as simple as
See,
that.
if this person who put money into your bank is the person who's really, really smart but has no idea what they're doing in life, so they know how things work, they know how banks work, and they're like, wait, but they don't realize that banks are better than what you're offering.
No, I think
Mine
they would.
is a bank.
Yeah.
Other banks.
So you're marketing it as a bank, right?
Yeah.
So it's a bank with a theoretically illegal reward structure,
Yeah. It's not a loan shark business.
or even a pyramid.
Well, it is a
scheme.
loan shark business because loan shark people technically kind of have a bank, but they don't have anyone like invest in it.
No,
It's only
loan
the
sharks
loans.
just give people money and then use the mob to get that money back.
Not necessarily. There are legal loan sharks. They just give you a loan and expect you to pay it back relatively quickly because it has high interest. And it's not really that hard. The only problem is the difference is the people they're giving money to.
It works.
And it's important to remember that a loan shark must collect money eventually, else he will run out of money.
Yes.
You can't just give somebody who's going to spend your loan the loan and then get mad at them. Well, you do get mad at them when they don't return the loan, but they still don't have the money because they spent it. So where do you get your money?
College students have to have
What you
some
do is
amount
you
of
sue them and then you get all their property.
No, actually what happens, depending on how it goes, is if you're doing it legally, there's a court case. And the judge decides what the deal is, basically.
What I do is I do this first, and then I gain some
The reason
money.
people do it illegally because then they can take people's stuff.
Well,
And then once I
And
gain
the person's
it,
not going to go to the police because he has taken out a loan from this guy. So
Yeah.
the guy does have, like, a certain amount of authority to take his stuff. Now, in actuality, the government wants to run all that because if the government runs it, they can make sure it's reasonable. And the guy
and
doesn't-
they get taxes.
and they get taxes. But
so my plan is to do this first, so I get a group of people, and then I can create
Start
a
a
business.
mob.
Then I can
Start
use
a
those
mob.
people. I can either start a mob, or I can use those in an actual business.
What's your actual business
Yeah.
structure?
Any business, a restaurant.
So you just want to get a bunch of money through a weird bank/pyramid scheme.
And
So
people.
then you can do random stuff.
why don't you just find,
Crowdfund.
get money? Yeah.
No.
Or work an actual job.
And if it works actually super well, then I can just take all their money and move to the Bahamas.
No.
You'll run out of money eventually. You have to have an actual job at one point.
First, you have to somehow get away from the U.S. Government, because the government's not going to be happy with you stealing money that is owned by a company, because they want to tax it.
Yeah, mainly.
That's where I become the president and do whatever I want.
The
president
president
still
is not
is-
immune to rule of law, John.
Yeah, they still have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they get to set the taxes tech.
And
Do
also,
they
once
don't.
if you
can
become
promise they
president,
get
you
an
have to
advance
step down as
Congress.
CEO of a company.
Do you?
I believe
I
so.
don't think you.
I don't think you have to.
'Cause
It's just that the workload of being CEO in a company and the workload of being president do not fit in the same schedule.
Isn't Trump like a CEO?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
He has like businesses, I know.
He does have
I think he's probably like a majority shareholder.
And that's the other
in,
thing,
like,
right?
this
You
company.
can just actually. So I think you would still be allowed to be a CEO because you can have somebody represent your interests on the company
Yeah.
while you be president. I think that's what he's doing if he's for most of his investments. But anyway, and then even if you got to the Bahamas, if the government still thought you were a criminal, they would just get you back.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would.
You would have to like go to Russia, and then the
Yeah.
KGB would be like,
You'd have to go to a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the U.S. or could not be pressured into getting one in a short.
No, I
Man.
go
You
to
have
the
to
Bahamas.
like go to Russia where
Maybe
you'll
I
be
should-
pressured by the Russian police to tell you everything
China,
that you know.
Russia.
I go to the Bahamas and then I use them to go to China and just buy a
You wanna
virtual,
go to China?
buy their like weird artificial islands.
They're not gonna let you into China.
Why wouldn't they let you into China?
At least not without stipulations. They don't just let anyone into China.
Maybe I go to China and one of like the farthest out like artificial islands, and then I just make my own artificial island
How?
because I can't.
What? How? Where do you get the stuff? China's pouring
He's gonna
like
pile up his money and make an island out of it.
No, I know what I should do. Make a boat and then just have the artificial island that's farthest away and just take all that on the boat, move it somewhere else.
how?
How? That's
You
tons of
understand
stuff.
That they have tons of boats that are going and dumping stuff, and then like working round the clock. Their only job is to move stuff to dump into the ocean.
The better thing is just to move on to one of the artificial islands.
But they won't let you because
But
they
it's
don't want
China.
anyone on the artificial islands.
Well-
Unless, actually, they might need population to show that they're own the area.
Well,
But
even if they don't want people on there, you just sneak on and then hope they don't check.
It's
It's-
China.
China, they're gonna see you. How are you gonna hide from them in an artificial island that they made?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what the I'm pretty sure they're just flat, like featureless mounds of trash
Oh. Yeah.
or concrete. They're not real islands, so you can't really hide anywhere on them.
Though you could like go to the wastelands of Siberia.
No,
And
that'll
then you
die.
would die.
It's probably better to go to
Also-
Alaska. Which is still
Yeah,
like
go
owned-
to Alaska or Canada.
Which is still owned by Canada would just give me back to the U.S. It's
No,
Canada.
but Canada has lots of areas that are hard to get to.
yeah, but Alaska.
Well, yeah, but if it's hard for you to get there, it's hard for anyone who's. If it's hard for the people who are chasing you to get there, it's hard for you to get there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
But-
point here?
What you do is you go there and you create a secret passage so that you can get in and out real quick, but nobody else can get in and out.
How are you gonna hide that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Secret tunnel.
They would eventually
Ooh,
notice.
What about the people who are building it? How are you gonna hide that?
You're building it.
By hand?
Sure.
In the middle of a Siberian waste.
Well, maybe not Siberian waste. Maybe like I don't know,
Canadian waste. Whatever.
the Canadian mountains.
I
on
still
the-
think it's better to go to
West Coast.
Alaska. Maybe Florida. It's either Alaska or Florida. Because Alaska, there's practically nobody there. so
No,
it's
they
easy
would
to
find you
hide.
in Florida.
Alaska was good, but it's too cold because like nobody's in Alaska and you can hide. Florida, I would probably have to go to the Florida Keys and convince everyone in the Florida Keys to like actually start a riot.
Why do you think the people in the Florida Keys would start a riot?
Because it's the Florida Keys.
They need a reason.
I mean, they pretty much hate the government, so
Not inherently.
No, they just like being alone.
yeah. I'll just
There's a
say that the
difference
government.
There's a difference
Hating
between
the
hating the
office.
government and being libertarian.
I'm pretty sure libertarians just hating the government.
No.
Libertarians actually, I won't say like the government, but they do not mind the government. They just prefer that things would be less controlled
They
by the
just
government.
hate the government.
No.
It's pretty simple to understand.
No.
There's gonna be some libertarian who watches this. And
Nobody
they'll be like,
watches-
That's offensive.
Nobody watches this. Nobody.
That's a good point.
Nobody. And it's not watched. It would be listened to it. Just have an image of our faces on the screen the
yeah.
entire
Yeah.
time.
It's a
Peter.
podcast. Hey, I forgot it's a podcast. This
How
is
did you
fun.
forget it was a...
Well, because it's a YouTube video, so technically they're watching it.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
typically watching.
I looked at like Spotify and SoundCloud, and they're both annoying with the way that they're not built for you to just sort of be a guy who uploads podcasts. They're like built around this structure that's like, oh, you're an artist who needs to have a record deal or some stupid stuff like that.
What I thought.
Well, SoundCloud's better at it, but SoundCloud has a limited amount of space. You can only upload a certain amount. Which normally, like, it's like 50 hour, or it's like 10 hours or something like that. Which is fine for if you're uploading songs that are 3 minutes or less. But if you're uploading 15-minute podcasts, it's going to run out relatively quickly.
Yeah, it's only like around 60 podcasts.
I don't know what the actual number is though. So anyway, are we done here? It's like 16 minutes, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I still require 5 minutes.